Alright, from last night's homework, for the first three, the first thing you had to do was find the third angle by adding up to 180. So for problem number 1, angle P is 80. So once you put those in order, PQ is the smallest, followed by PR, and the largest is RQ. For number 2, angle M is 75. Putting those in order, the smallest is MN, followed by ML, and the largest is NL. In problem number 3, angle C is 35. So putting those in order, AB is the smallest, BC is next, and the largest is AC. Now for problems 4 through 6, you had the sides given to you, and you needed to switch over to the angles. So the smallest angle is Z, followed by X, followed by Y. For number 5, the smallest angle is S, then there's R, and the largest is T. For number 6, the smallest is W, followed by U, and the last one is V, at the largest because it's opposite the largest side. For number 7, once again, you need to solve for that third angle. So angle F is 71, which means the orders of the sides. The smallest side is DF, followed by EF, and the largest side is DE. For number 8, angle J is 56, so that means that the smallest is HJ, followed by HI, and the largest is JI. In number 9, angle Q is 45. So the smallest is PQ, followed by PO, and last OQ. For number 10 through 12, you've been given the sides and you're translating it over to the angles. The smallest angle for number 10 is K, followed by M, and the largest is L. For number 11, the smallest is B, followed by D, and the largest is C. For number 12, the smallest is C, followed by B, and the largest is A. I did not have you do 13 through 15 because those are going to be in today's lesson. On the second paper, practice B. Again, you're starting out the same way. You need to find that third angle. So angle M is 120, which means putting those in order. The smallest side is KM, followed by LM, and the largest is KL. For number 2, angle O is 60, so the smallest is MO, followed by MN, and the largest is ON. Number 3, angle C is 15, so in order is AB, followed by BC, and the largest is AC. In number 4, the smallest angle is G, followed by E, and the largest is F. For number 5, H is the smallest, followed by I, and the largest is J. For number 6, M is the smallest, followed by L, and K is the largest. Number 7, you need to find each of the missing angles. Now one of the things here is that you can find angle ACB by subtracting the 90 and the 30 from 180. That gives you that ACB is 60 degrees. Here's kind of the tricky part. They gave you that AC is parallel to BD. So you want to use this line in between here as the transversal. Okay, you have alternate interior angles. So that 60 degrees is also over here by that B. Okay, so angle CBD is also 60 degrees. Adding up to 180 in triangle BDC, you have 60 degrees up by the B, you have 50 degrees by the D, so to finish off the 180, you need 70 degrees by D. Now we can start putting things in order. If you are placing we'll start with the smaller triangle. Placing the smaller triangle in order from shortest to longest, the shortest side is AC, followed by AB, and then finally BC. If you go with the larger triangle, the smallest side in that one is BC, followed by CD, and last BD. You can see that they link up. The largest one in the small triangle is the smallest one in the large triangle. So we can put those together to make one large inequality. We can say that AC has to be the smallest overall, followed by AB, followed by BC. Well, right after BC is CD, and the largest set of all of those is BD. So you kind of can do two different sets and then place them together, and that's exactly what we're going to do on number 8. For number 8, finding the other angles, we can find that angle KML is 45 and angle LMN is 55. So that'll help us put everything in order. The smaller triangle in order goes KM, followed by KL, and the largest in that is LM. Now in the second triangle, the larger one, the smallest side is LM, so you'll see that matches right up there, followed by LN, and the largest is MN. So that means that the largest overall is MN, and the smallest overall is KM. Practice C. You again have to start off by finding the third angle. For number 1, angle A is 44. So the order of sides is AB, followed by BC, and then lastly AC. Problem number 2, angle C is 60. So the order is AC, followed by AB, and the largest is BC. And problem number 3, angle B is 82. So the order is AB, followed by BC, and last AC. And number 4, you have to put the angles in order. You'll notice that there are two sides of 7, which really means that there are two equal angles because of the isosceles triangle theorem. So we know that C is equal to B, followed by A being the largest angle overall. In number 5, we're back to just using the inequalities. B is the smallest, followed by A, and then last is C. In number 6, A is the smallest, followed by C, and the largest is B. Now again, for number 7 and 8, it's like they were on practice B, where you would have to solve for the third angles, and then you want to put each triangle in order and kind of find the connection between the two. So in the smaller triangle, the smallest side is DC, followed by BC, and the largest in the small triangle is BD. BD also happens to be the smallest in the larger triangle, followed by AB, and the largest overall is AD. For number 8, now you have 3 triangles, but it works the same way. In the smaller triangle, well, the smallest one out of all, right there in the bottom left-hand corner, ED is the smallest, followed by AE, and then the largest in that triangle is AD. Well, AD happens to be the smallest in the middle triangle. So it goes AD, then AB, and then BD. Again, BD is the smallest in the largest triangle, the one all the way to the right. So it's BD, then BC, and finally DC. So our order for that entire thing is ED, AE, AD, AB, BD, BC, DC. And we've put all of those sides in order.